large number of God-fearing Greeks and quite a few prominent women. But other Jews were jealous, so they rounded up some bad characters from the marketplace, formed a mob, and started a riot in the city. They rushed to Jason's house in search of Paul and Silas in order to bring them out of the crowd. But when they did not find him, they dragged Jason and some other believers before the city officials, shouting, "Those men who are causing trouble all over the world have now come here." And Jason has welcomed them into their house. They are all defying Caesar's decree, saying that there is another king, one called Jesus. The words of the Lord for the people of God. Thanks be to God. Okay. So let's go ahead and sing the Spirit Song on page 347. I'd like to thank everyone who continues to send in their offering. There is an offering back here, and it can be sent to our post office box 23, South Washington. So let's go to our joys and concerns. Do we have any joys this week?
I want to take this opportunity to thank all the ladies that helped this week with the rummage sale. And that will help this following week with the rummage sale. We're going to continue it one more weekend. Due to the weather, we didn't quite have the turnout we were hoping for.
Well, I want to thank them too. I'm still working, so it makes it kind of hard to do those things. But I appreciate you guys very much.
And we appreciate Mark for all the bringing out of the boxes and his work.
And everyone. That was awesome.
And we appreciate our renters who opened up their house for us yesterday to use the restroom, as
Yes, our water is.
Theirs is not, but ours is because we forgot to leave water runs.
Uh-oh. That was in the paper last night. Or yesterday's paper from Washington State Patrol. Leave your water.
But our renters were very generous. They opened up their houses. They made sure their bathroom was clean.
Well, that was
They
nice.
sent us over chocolate.
Still need prayers for Kathy.
We need prayers for Kathy Flynn, Pastor Kay. Any others for the world? The rest of the world. I just got a shirt that says, Jesus 24. He's the only one that's going to save the world.
The family of Joyce Whipple passed away this week.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Joyce.
Family of Joyce Whipple, who passed away this week.
And all the people trying to live outside in this cold weather.
All the homeless
Animals.
and the animals. Yeah. Yesterday, Mark and I were just talking on the way up here that our hummingbirds were trying to get juice out of their feeder, and it was a little frozen. And so they just sit there and peck at it, and they'll fly away and come back and peck at it again. Well, yesterday on one of the web pages I get, they have an electric hummingbird feeder. And I thought, I should buy that right now, but I didn't. So join me in prayer. Lord, as we take this time to celebrate our joys and mourn our sorrows and help for those who need it, we ask that your loving, tender hands touch the doctors, families, and everyone around them to help them feel better. Family is important in the time of grieving, as well as sickness. So Lord, I ask you to be with us at this time and be with them who need you the most. Please join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. And our pastor is finally here.
You're up. We're at this point.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Sorry, we carried forward without you.
I hope that you would. I left the house at 7:09, and here I am. And if I tell you it was a snowplow, back to snowplows, you're gonna say, what? I don't know where they were going. They were in front of me most of the way here. I need to I begin to get a volunteer. I need a cup of water.
There should be bottles in the fridge, Mark.
We don't have
Bottled
water.
water?
I'm not going to drink it. Just a cup with water in it. Even a coffee cup will be fine.
If we had water, Pam.
Uh-oh, the pipes freeze. Oh, boy, howdy.
And you're not getting my coffee, sorry.
That's- The instruction from the powers that be is that when you do a baptism renewal, you should make it as little like an actual baptism as possible. Although you're usually supposed to use water. Any cup would be great. Thank you so much. So how did everyone else survive this unusually cold snap? Anyone else got frozen pipes? No? Good. I was thinking yesterday, I have not been this cold since my car had a flood. And so, obviously, this is not the way I was expecting to start the day. But on my way over here, I found myself getting more and more and more stressed out and frustrated. And then I said, what did I just promise God? That I would do all that I can and trust God to lead me the rest of the way. So I took a deep breath, and here I am before you. In perfect time to talk about the covenant renewal service.
Yeah.
Yeah, not on, is it? Okay. Success. 2024. Happy New Year. I have had in the last 14 days five major life-stressing events occur in my universe. And it has been the least controlled month, days, year so far of my entire life. I have felt the least in control ever this last 2 weeks. I have learned a new prayer, and I am at the point where all I can possibly do is say, okay, God, there is nothing I can do about any of this, but you can. So it's all in your hands. Apparently, it took an awful lot to get me to that point. I'm a person who likes to be in control. And I now realize how very little control I actually have over most of the events of my life. Having said that, I have participated in and led Wesley Covenant Renewal Services a dozen times. And every time I have prayed the same prayer, the prayer that you all have, the Wesley Covenant Renewal prayer. And when I said it, I meant it.
but apparently I only meant it for a short time because I would then take back up control of things and be good to go. Wesley's Covenant Renewal Service is dated 1733 or 1735, depending on how you want to say the first service or the first formal service. The first service was a sermon that John Wesley preached, and at the end of which he invited people to rededicate themselves. A couple of years later, he had worked that into a formal worship service. But the first thing that we need to consider, and this is actually in the Book of Worship, which I could not find a book of worship here in this church, so hopefully we'll get one ordered that can stay here. It's awesome, so that people can have access to some of these less frequently used but truly deeply Methodist services. So this is Wesley's Covenant Renewal prayer that you have before you. But he wants you to consider the Christian life is consecrated to God. And these are Wesley's words. Okay. There we go. Okay, maybe we don't. See, this is more of God showing me that in control, I am not. Okay, I had this bookmarked. Okay. We are to consider our lives as we have lived them apart from God. Even after we dedicate ourselves to God or have been dedicated, if we were baptized or dedicated as children, we often daily choose to live our lives apart from God. We don't stop to ask God's blessing on our decisions. We don't stop to ask God to influence and lead our decision making. We don't pause before we speak and ask God to be present in our words. In many ways, we choose to live apart from God. And in doing so, we break the covenant we have made with God. Now, what is a covenant? Lord, this too shall pass. I'm not feeling well. Again, with my apologies. A covenant is a promise. God says to God's people, I will be your God, and these are the things that as your God I will do for you. I will lead you with my right hand. I will cherish you and protect you. I will always love you. And in turn, if you accept this is what you will do as my people. God says, I will be your God and you will be my people. So what will we do for God? We will, if you look at the Commandments, we will have only one God, the God of our ancestors, the God who has made himself known to us as Yahweh. I am who I am. And we will obey God. I'm going to have to excuse myself. We will obey God's word and teaching. And I am sorry that I will be right back. Do we have some music? Do we have anything we can sing till I get back here on my feet again? Thank you.
Well, we turned 504, the over under questions.
Someone go tell them about, I'm not sure what page.
251.
Yes, let's do a responsive hymn and
Which is
393.
393.
We'll see it twice through.
Whatever. Go ahead, Janet, say your final. Whatever you say. Nobody has signed up for fellowship in 2 weeks. We're not having breakfast because nobody signed up. You think you can do that one? February? No. February 28th. That's a review party. So. And if anybody'd like to sign up for any breakfast, it's open.